Patrick Gale, and I'm thrilled to be launching my new novel, Take Nothing With You. And what I wanted to do is to tell you maybe 3 books that have influenced this and have fed into it in some way. Take Nothing With You is very much about a young boy who starts to learn the cello, and music takes over his life obsessively and turns his life around. And that's very much modelled on this wonderful book, which many of us read as children, even those of us who didn't do ballet, which is Ballet Shoes by Noel Streatfeild. Although it's a children's book, it's very much about rather adult obsession and passion, and the way ballet, like athletics and like music, can completely convulse a child's life and arguably subject them to pressures for which they're not yet ready. At the heart of Take Nothing With You is a very ambiguous relationship between the young boy, Eustace, who is a sweet, innocent, cello-mad child, and an adulterous, passionate affair that's going on simultaneously, of which he is a party but is unaware of it. He enables it without knowing it. And that very clearly is drawing upon The Go-Between by L.P. Hartley. Amazing novel, and Eustace's choice of name is my little quiet homage to L.P. Hartley, whose other great novel sequence is the Eustace and Hilda trilogy. Hartley is not much read now, but he is just the most wonderful, wonderful writer about ambiguity and about emotional failure. He writes terribly well about marriage gone wrong, about sibling rivalry. I can't recommend him too highly, and this book in particular is a classic for a very good reason. Finally, I often say that in my books the sense of place is as important as the evocation of character, and one of the big places in Take Nothing With You is where we are right now. It's Bristol and Clifton. And so it would be criminal not to speak about one of Bristol's great authors, Tessa Hadley. I can recommend any of her novels, but Clever Girl is particularly evocative of the run-down side of Clifton and Bristol, which I remember very well from when I was a student and visited here in the 1970s. Again, like Hartley, she writes matchless stories when it comes to relationships and the difficulty of being a parent, of being a sibling. Do read her if you haven't read her already. Thanks very much.